Well, I'm Erin Buchin. I'm a peer leader for the Food Environment and Sustainability Interest Group for the UVM Career Center, and I'm here with Kitty Winograd. She wants to introduce herself.
Wonderful. Thanks, Erin. Yeah, I'm Kitty, and I work for the Aspen Center for Environmental Studies. I am a senior educator here, as well as the agriculture education specialist at Rock Bottom Ranch. And I've been working here. I started as a summer naturalist in 2014. I didn't become a winter naturalist that winter because I moved back to Denver, and then through a variety of circumstances made my way back up to the mountains and rejoined in 2015.
Awesome. Can you talk a little bit about what a naturalist is and kind of how that role works within ACES?
Sure. A naturalist is someone who acts as a guide for the public, for the community, as well as for the broader community in the country as well as abroad. A lot of people from abroad come to Aspen and find themselves on these free naturalist tours. My experience is with the free ones through the summer naturalist tours. Winter starts to cost some money. But again, I didn't experience that. And our role is to be that guide and kind of open the eyes to the public about what environment they're walking through, and in the hopes that they can remember maybe a name of a flower that they learned or a species of a bird that was pointed out to them. And in that way, remember this space and start to honor it and become an environmental steward where they live as well.
Awesome. How does that kind of transfer into the Aspen Center for Environmental Studies mission in general?
I think it is the mission. And I think every sort of group or department, I guess, at ACES represents this mission of education. Education in a sense that you're teaching the public, young and old, about the environment around us. So we're very place-based, but this knowledge can be expanded to wherever the public or that individual is coming from. And so just starting to get people to connect back to nature, to slow down, look at small things up close, take in the bigger picture as well, and really feel or start to gather that connection to the earth so that they can hold on to that and feel the repercussions of, maybe damaging environmental, government agenda, or feel like the happiness when they see a bird species come into their backyard that they haven't seen before. So it's all over the place. But yeah, it's about educating for environmental stewardship.
And how do you do that within Rock Bottom Ranch? And I guess what is Rock Bottom more generally?
Yeah, so Rock Bottom Ranch is a working ranch. So we do regenerative agriculture here on a small scale, but an intensive scale. So here we're teaching the public about where their food comes from, their local food, and that often is from the Roaring Fork Valley and specifically at Rock Bottom Ranch. We're also starting to reach out to more young people who are interested in maybe becoming farmers and teaching them about what that looks like and how they could start on that path, that career path. We also do a lot of land stewardship. So you'll hear this phrase where land stewards first, farmers second. So that plays into the broader ACES mission about land stewardship and conservation efforts, because Rock Bottom Ranch is 40 acres of productive farming and then 70 plus acres of preserved wetlands and, cottonwood galleries, things like that. So it's a mix. And then we grow great food and you can buy it and eat it. I would also say to college kids looking for a job, environmental nonprofits don't just exist in beautiful outdoor settings like the Roaring Fork Valley. There's a lot to be done in where you live or in cities that is just as meaningful and maybe a little bit more meaningful in terms of justice and equity and access for everyone. So, yeah.
So,
yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm so glad that I got to talk to you.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I've enjoyed talking to you.